into, what is this, losers bracket round?
Oh, I just had it up. This is loser bracket round 2.
2-1.
Specifically 2.1. Yep.
Yes, wonderful. We're going to be watching MOYAI in the green team and the northern spawn here on North, and they're going to be running Yamato, Montana, Moscow, Stalingrad, Minotaur, Venezia, Gearing, Daring. I'm sorry, I've just done it the way that you don't normally do it, so
I don't care.
You can. That's alright. Zath, what do you have with the red team?
Alright, opposing him to the south, Team AAO is bringing with them Grozovoy, Unique Upgrade, Yu Yang, Torpedo Spec, and Radar, yep, a Daring, Venezia. What is that? Moskva. Okay, Unique Upgrade Moskva. There's your Zhao you were just talking about with Unique Upgrade. Behind them, Kremlin, Yamato Unique Upgrade, and a Salem going all by his lonesome. Well, kind of-ish, towards CCAP.
Let me have a look and see if there's anything interesting on the green team's builds, because I didn't quite have the chance to go over them yet. We got a leg mod on the gearing, nothing unusual, Swift and Silence there. Minotaur running the radar. Our friend the Stalingrad here, going to be running a range mod Stalingrad. Yamato going to be running his unique upgrade as well. Montana going to be running that DCP slot 1 that we've been talking about a lot. See, I don't mind it on Montana because of the extended immunity chime. I find that one fine. Then finally we've got a leg mod Moskva and a Venezia who's also running his unique upgrade, the reduced smoke screen cooldown. Which, yep. I like that as a gimmick. It's a really fun gimmick. I do like this. I want that on my Colombo. I want that on my Colombo.
I want that on my Giuseppe Verdi. But I'll tell you, it's interesting is this tournament, you have your limited ships, right, from that particular release, but then you also allow the unique upgrades. I find that interesting because those unique upgrades, if I remember right, did not exist at that time. Or at least some of them didn't.
We've also changed the format a little bit, and now we're adding in occasional extra ships. It's just rotating which of the extra ones on. Stalingrad getting chunked a fair bit of the north there. Like, he did not have fun. So now we're going to have Alvaro de Bazanas in this tournament, I believe. We also have, like, Romp, which are relatively newer releases. But they've been included just because, we want some variety. We don't want the new broken stuff like Vincent and Napoli and Petro, but we're happy to bring in some of the gimmicky ones.
I mean, it does add a little bit of flavor to it, so it's not so stale. I get that, and I appreciate that. So, in terms of overall strategy, we haven't talked about how teams are setting up, but MOYAI looks like they're going heavy for AB side. AAO looks like they're more of an even split, and I think they're going to try to test the waters and see which side is the weaker side, and then they'll push accordingly.
Yeah, MOYAI sending over the A-cap, this Gearing Minotaur smoke train, Yamato kiting and spawn there. A very deep position from the Daring down the 4 line, looking for spots there with a Stalingrad up behind that. Minotaur parking up on the regular Moskva island with the Montana and spawn behind that. Kiting Moskva next to the normal radar island. And over on the 10 line we have the single Venezia as I'm not sure what he's doing over there, to be honest.
So this Moskva Brody, he's put it actually in a spot that we discovered in Clan Battles Kraken a while back. It's a very powerful position for a Moskva, and very hard to hit him too.
Yeah, it still gives you full radar control over the entirety of the sea cap, and you can reverse out for shots and things. Actually, do you even need to reverse there? I don't think you do, no. You can get out of dodge if you start getting farmed. If you bow in on the island like people normally are, it's a lot harder to do that.
Exactly. It also gives you cap coverage for B. By the way, look at this Yamato. He's already at half health. AAO's Yamato to the south. They've been chunking this guy down.
Yeah, but at the same time, MOYAI's Yamato's not exactly doing much better, is he?
Yeah, I know. I just looked. I'm like, I wonder what's happening with their. Oh, like both Yamatos are just like, yeah, pincushions. Well, Pro Ace is gonna get the A cap unless this Yu Yang is able to back in with radar, but I don't think he's got time.
He'll have time. There's 25 seconds left on the cap, and that thing is accelerating towards him rapidly. Whether he actually activates his radar or not is a different story.
He just did. Oh. So now there's 6 seconds before anybody else can shoot him, and the Yu Yang can fire his butt gun, but that's it. So he's not going to shoot. So I think Proace might actually come away with this cap. Let's see, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Oh, just in the nick of time. They got the decaps.
Lovely, lovely, lovely day, cops. Lovely day, cops. I don't want to say it like that. But yeah, Yu Yang, with its little radar, can sneak up all the way he wants to. And the Minotaur doesn't have his radar ready to re-radar him for another 10 seconds. But Yu Yang should probably leave now.
He probably should. My guess is he's going to overstay his welcome and try to back into the cap. Try to bait out that radar. By the way, guys, a great way to earn XP in the game, base decaps. It's one of my favorite little tricks.
You just sit there and farm defender ribbons and you'll just print XP. It's amazing.
Yep. Got a little bit of a radar Venn diagram covering all of B and C. And spotting the Kremlin, Black Blueberry, who's working his way up the 9 line. It looks like he's fixing to go into C cap. Kill yourself is taking some hits. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. Look at the MOYAI's daring.
Yeah, he's very...
Exposed? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this position.
Now he just
However,
smokes,
I'm also
so...
not a fan of being full broadside to an opposing daring and you're daring. So,
Yeah. Shells came in
that's
from...
an actual thought.
Looked like
What does
Montana.
more damage? What does more damage? Front guns only daring AP, or all 3 guns HE on a bow on daring? I suppose you might more likely get in caps on the turrets with the HE. It's just a weird situation. I've never really thought about which is going to do more damage there.
Well, I think you also have to factor in heal and all that kind of stuff. The AP will probably win out in that, but yeah. It is a weird thought.
Kremlin takes the C cap.
I mean, why not?
Actually, it was the Grozavoy, really. But I pretend it was the Kremlin for my own, it's funny that way.
It does sound funnier. I do agree there.
Venezia is currently in Narnia.
Yep.
He is he's found Aslan. He's also found all the Christmas presents that your mother has been hiding from you since you were 6 years old. You know, the one that she bought you and she forgot about.
Yes. You know, it's interesting to see the Venezia continuing to go up that way, because when you see the Kremlin bow in like he is, to me, I think that's a really good opportunity to try to get behind him.
Well, there's a Salem there as well, and you just don't win the 1v1 against the Salem.
This is true, but you also hold the Salem honest, and you can see he's starting to work into Parodi's Moskva. Just waiting for the Venezia to like pop the plane and shoot. He's just sitting there instead. He's got to finish this game of Mario Brothers first. There's the plane. He's not even... What is he? He's looking at Fat Vivian's Moskva. Okay.
Yeah. I suppose he's happy to just, kite this flank out. I mean, they do hold B for now, and the AAO daring is having a little bit of issue recontesting this, so I think they're fine to just sit there and hold this. The Salem can't really push out, the Kremlin isn't pushing, and the Moskva can't make a turn right now.
Look at the 4-line, look at the Zhao. Esgara just gets stuck bow in the Zhao. Absolutely bad decision.
Well... I'm liking seeing the flak burst coming out the far side of him there, by the way.
Yeah. There he goes. The new graphics are amazing. I love it.
Well, that's not how you use Zhao, unfortunately.
Yeah, first blood going to MOYAI. And they're also radaring B-Cap. Brilliant use of that radar with the Minotaur.
Finding both Grozavoy and the low HP daring.
Yep.
They have a Stalingrad radar as a follow-up should they so choose, so they can have LH Gamer smoke up here in his daring, drop the radar from the Stalingrad and be able to just, re-engage this.
That's exactly what they're doing. There's the smoke. We're waiting on the radar from the Stalingrad. By the time he
No
uses it...
hurry, they can hold it.
Well, see, if Onisama just keeps going forward, then that firing arc is gone. So they are not going to use the radar, actually. Huh. Let's have a look over at sea. Black Blueberry has decided to go through the cap and turn south. Just got smacked for it, too. Double smacked. But wait, there's more.
Painful.
Jeez.
Well, he's gonna get out and he's gonna get dark and he's gonna like say no and leave. So he's probably gonna be able to find himself a nice little position south of BC to get shots on anything that wants to contest B hard. But radar from the Stalingrad finally came out. Does respot the Daring. Does respot the Grozovoy. Minotaur salvo is coming in for the Grozovoy. They're focusing the Grozovoy. Well, not everyone is. It looks like Montana went for the Daring.
Yep. And LH Gamer dies to the Yamato. Here comes a Kremlin salvo on Keel's Minotaur, but he's so far away, I don't think it's going to matter. Nope. And that Daring and Grozovoy both limp away and survive.
Where was that Daring kill?
In the smoke. LH was killed in his smoke.
Oh.
So that had to have been just Yamato seeing and clicking on that you know, the gunfire animations. So very nice shot by that Yamato. That ties it up. Ships wise, at least.
Yeah, points still in favor of MOYAI.
And HP as well.
Well, Grozovoy should be able to get the cap now, finally. Minotaur not really in a position to do anything about it. Daring died, so Groz just reverses in. You should be able to take this.
Yeah.
And the recon test is going to be painful for MOYAI. Getting something in there now.
Mm-hmm.
Their only real option is the Gearing, who is currently not taking deep water torpedoes because he can't, but, you know.
Yep. But more importantly, that helps Doctor know that there's torps coming and he just W's out anyway. Just such a standoff going on here in the middle of the map. Oh, big hit on the
Moscow just got
Moskva.
chunked by a Stalingrad.
Yeah, I saw that coming. Fat Vivian's like, alright, I guess I'll hit W now.
Well, Venezia now can actually come play the game because, look, the Venezia has full broadside on this Moskva. The problem is, like, do you get the respot on this? Yeah, you can just walk towards him. You can just face spot him.
Yep. Yep. Now look at the Kremlin, though. Black Blueberry put in position to try to prevent that from happening. And there goes the Yu Yang.
That wasn't even a radar, that was just the Gearing spotting him.
Yep. Unfortunately, he fired, so he's forced to smoke up now. And Doctor's trying desperately to get to his buddy in smoke.
Yeah, there's a slight torpedo issue in the way of that. And then,
well,
he should be alright after.
And then he just barely dodges that first Venezia salvo. Oh, that one hurt.
Ouch. That also looked like it hurt.
Yep. Super heal has begun. Fire. DCP. Well, that'll leave a mark. But I wonder, his radar's up. There it is.
Finds
Daring.
Grozovoy. Finds the Daring as well, yeah.
Just spotted. Minotaur ready.
Ooh.
Missed. But wait, there's more. Missed.
Oh,
that one bounced. That was awesome. It literally bounced right into the camera. That was beautiful. Someone clip that. So, that radar got nothing, but look. Yamato on Yamato action. As Pisha just walks into B now. Okay, well.
Things are getting explodey.
Things are. Painter Do you see a way back in for AAO at this point?
Several detonations. I mean, your daring can't spot the gearing, so you get no way in to get this Minotaur unless you get some blind fire on it.
Yep.
Salem can't really do anything. Moskva's dying. The Kremlin can maybe walk at the Venezia and then maybe pop the Moskva afterwards, but that's asking a lot. There's very few ways to get back in this. Oop, never mind, we just lost the Moskva.
Yeah, at this point, we're not asking, we're telling. Go and do something. W.
Who can W at this point?
Nobody. Black Blueberry lost too much HP in that turn south for no good reason.
Now he's broadside to the Yamato. Salvo comes in.
Misses.
Just Kremlin.
Well, 1 minute and 42.
Salem.
Wait, never mind.
Salem just lost all of his health to Montana in the bow.
Uh-huh. And then Venezia says, hello. 30 seconds to go.
Kremlin still alive, sailing broadside to the Montana right now.
Yeah.
I think he's accepting his fate.
It's either that or Onisama. One of those two are going down first. Actually, Venezia could go down too. He's detected. Oof. 13k on the Kremlin. 9 seconds. Somebody go down, please. I need a death pick. Thank you. All right, it's going to be the Grozovoy. Yeah, Grozovoy. All right, well, that was a very interesting game. That was fun to watch, fun to cast. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching it as well.
Congratulations, MOYAI, going 1-0 up in the series.
Now, I recognize the names, but I don't know the team. Would you like to start us off?
Sure thing. Welcome on into Warriors Path for the second game of our final best of 3 of the day. The green team in this game on the northern spawn will be AAO, and they're going to be running Kremlin, Bagdoin, Moskva, Henry IV, Shimakaze, Haragumo, and a Daring. What do you have with the red guys?
Well, I'm just looking over the builds, and let's head to the south and we can talk about builds. So, to the south, opposing them, MOYAI, bringing with them unique upgrade torpedo gearing, another unique upgrade torpedo gearing, Daring, Minotaur, that's definitely radar, yep, Minotaur it is, unique upgrade Moskva, another unique upgrade Moskva, another Minotaur, a Montana, that's sniper build, and a Schlieffen that is secondary build.
Schlieffen choosing to not run fire prevention, instead taking the extra heal and DCP charge. One thing one of my pet peeves with this build viewer mod,
yes,
is when I take a look at, for example, this gearing, and I can see that he doesn't have the improved survivability expert of Ovechkin. Sorry, that one does. Never mind.
Yep, Pro Ace versus Rice Enjoyer. Yes.
Why? Why?
It's free real estate. Come on, take it. I know.
Exactly. I know, right? It bothers me on a primal level.
Yep. And you can see the difference right there, chat. We were talking about 500 hit points. That might not seem like a lot, but 500 hit points is 1 or 2 shells. It's so many more possibilities that gives you, and otherwise you're not giving anything up for that. So yeah, it makes no sense.
It's like, there are certain captains that, given the choice, you should always run. For the French, it's Oboino or Honho. For the Germans, it's
Lutyens.
What's he called? Lutyens. For America, you've got the choice of Halsey, Ovechkin, the Doe brothers.
Yep.
For the Russian ships, you've got all of the choices. You got Znamensky, Ovechkin, and
Kuznetsov.
Kuznetsov.
Yep, so many choices. And then for the Japanese, there's also Renzo, whatever, that has the buff to survivability expert. A lot of people forget about those captains because they weren't really specially released. They were just kind of like, yep, here they are. You can buy them in the armor for coal and doubloons.
There's also the Wrong brothers for the Pan-Asian destroyers to take that improved survivability expert as well. There's also the legendary captain for the Pan-Asians, which I don't really know what does because he kind of just exists in my mind. I don't remember what he does.
Yeah, yeah, you got to get like combat scout to proc the talent on him and stuff like that. So it's kind of wonkadoo.
As I'm concerned, that's still a new achievement to me. That's still new. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Div
and
achievements are still new to me.
it's also difficult to get. It's not like, you know, I mean, what am I thinking? It's not like Luyen's, spot 3 ships. Oh, cool, I proc something. It's
Yeah, it's
literally
fantastic. You can spot 3 ships at the start of the game when you're still on full HP and you heal.
that's right. That's right. When you need it the most, you have it. Well, Silver on radar there.
Yeah, he's suffering a little bit. Suffering
Yeah,
a little bit.
as you do when you play daring in the middle of the map on Warrior's Path. Come on, I mean, you know there's gonna be a radar cruiser there. You know there's gonna be a radar cruiser opposite. So like, ouch. That's a lot of hit points to lose there, knowing that there's somebody there.
Quick discussion of the deployments for the green team. Over at the A Cat, we have Henry Ford, Burgoyne, and Shimakaze. B Cat, we have that Moskva and Daring that we were just watching. And then over at C, we're going to be sending the full force of Kremlin and Moskva, Harugumo, and Shimakaze. That's an interesting pairing, Harushima.
Yeah, speaking of which, before you get a chance we discuss that, go back at A for a sec. Shimakaze, Esgara being pushed back by Minotaur, Radar. And that Shima is unique upgrade with 12-kilometer torpedoes. Okay. Anyway, so you wanted to talk about what again? Haru and Shima?
Oh yeah, the Haru and Shimakaze over on the... Well, it's an interesting pairing.
Yeah.
Usually I would want something meaty with some DPM inside the smoke screen of the Harugumo. Bringing the Shimakaze in front of it, it's like, sure, you're spotting for the Harugumo, but what's he gonna do, really?
So what's interesting is if you look at the Harugumo, he's not 420 Blaze at all smoke spec. He's got the regular concealment module. So these two destroyers have been set to do exactly what you're kind of describing. They are going to spot and then together destroy whatever thing they find. I think they're expecting to see a gearing whatever push up that 10 line, and they want to be there to trap them out. And you really need the... If you go to Harugumo, you don't need to worry about cruiser concealment, screwing over the play, right? They essentially allow the Shimakaze and Harugumo to linger closer so they can assassinate whatever destroyer they find.
Yeah, but the upfront alpha of Azao is basically cruiser to concealment as well. Alright. Radar's coming out in the middle. That Moskva is being bombed, by the way.
Well, again, if you know there's going to be radar cruisers in these opposite spots, then you absolutely need to set your team up to take those out, right? When you're thinking about where to put things on the board. So, I'm not surprised to see that happening. These guys are doing a really nice job of making that happen. We saw, I don't think it was MOYAI earlier today on Northern Waters, a Montana consistently fail to hit a Des Moines that stuck bow in. And I just couldn't believe it. Why? Speaking of why, Harugumo takes a torpedo.
No.
And so is the Kremlin.
Oh no.
But wait, there's more. Never mind. Schlieffen pushing up through C-cap. No, he's actually reversing in. Okay, that's kind of smart.
Yeah, and he's being farmed as he goes in, so I'm not sure if he's going to continue doing that. Like, it's a lot of DPM coming in from just the Harugumo and Kremlin.
Yep. Shimakaze just outside the radar range is going to get caught for a sec. He does. That's unfortunate.
It's very fortunate for the Shimakaze because they know that they've blown a radar.
Yes. But at the same time, it's unfortunate because now MOYAI knows exactly where that Shima is.
I think you appreciate the intel. I think you appreciate the intel of, yes, I was spotted, but I also know they don't have radar, so I can go take this cap now.
That's very true. There's a lot of intel swapping back and forth here, so it's kind of like radio location, right? Both sides get something out of it.
I suppose, yeah. It's a very expensive skill for what it provides. I mean, I've heard a lot of discussion from a lot of higher end players that seem to think that RPF is a bit of a crutch sometimes and not as valuable as people perceive it to be. But I like my RPF.
Tell ya, I covered a
I like
game.
knowing where the banana is.
Yeah, I covered a game was it last weekend or was it today? God, so many games just come together. But I covered a game on Land of Fire where it was literally one lone conqueror holding off the seaside, and nobody from the aggressors knew it because none of them had radio location.
Shimmer just took one torpedo for basically his entire health pool.
I saw that. I'm looking over at the one line, nothing too much happening over there.
Well, that's not ideal if you're that Shimakaze, because now you can't recontest this ever, because, you know, Minotaur just...
Yep. Well, and that's why Gearing is such a strong destroyer. That's 2 torpedoes that Gearing has had. One on the Haru and then one now on the Shima. And plus the Kremlin one, too. 3.
counting with Lord Zath.
Yes.
Henry IV having a bit of an awkward time here on the map border.
Yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to do, though, right? Kite away and just be a nuisance.
Yeah, honestly, pushing into this as a Minotaur is not fun with the Henry's overmatch and just reload booster. It's painful.
Exactly, and so that's designed to just delay MOYAI's push up the A side. And it kind of works that way, but you can see, like you mentioned, he's really not trading health that well.
Well, still 2 smokes left for that gearing as well, so the Henry can't really do anything aggressive for a while. They would potentially use the Shimakaze at spot set gearing.
AAO sends their Moskva through that channel after capping C.
Where did his health go?
He turned sideways to the Minotaur.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So that's the Death Island that we were talking about. Yeah, that's what I meant earlier about, like, you have to wait till you go into that position.
Yes.
Because now, like, he has a nice little angle onto the broadside of the Moskva over there, for example.
Montana MOYAI is doing what they did last time I was talking about this. They're just shoving their Montana or their battleship in to just take torpedoes. Feels bad as he's going to take 2. And the Daring might be stuck too. He'll be okay. He's going to be forced to turn though. Nice salvo from the Montana on Nice Nader's Moskva that, like I said, is stuck there.
Yeah, he's suffering.
He is.
He's definitely suffering.
At least he gets a heal so he can suffer more.
Ah, yes. Because that's exactly what you want, isn't it? It's like, oh, I'm suffering. Please put me out of my misery. Oh, God, I'm healing.
Right? Right. Exactly. Not quite dead.
Just wishes he was.
Well, so remember, AAO needs to win this to force a game 3. And right now, it's not looking like they're winning this.
No, they don't really have any map control, and the few ships they can use to push to get some map control don't really have anything that they really want to push into, because, like, let's say, for example, you send the Schlieffen into B-cap. Like, sorry, the Kremlin in towards the B-cap. There's a big Schlieffen there. The Minotaur and Gearing are going to backstab that cap. Look, they're already going for it right now. Like, they're smoking down the 10 line to get on the stern of the Moskva and Kremlin.
Yep. Yep. I feel like the only real chance here for AAO is a YOLO push down the 1 line with the Bourgogne and Henri at the same time.
I think Kremlin just took torps as well, actually.
He did take torpedoes, yes. Forces DCP and the heal.
And an awkward turn, so now he's just going to get farmed by that Minotaur.
Yeah, but first
they're flat broadside.
First they're going to go for the Moskva, because that's the easy kill number 1. Alright, there it is. Now easy kill number 2.
And you have permanent spotting on the Kremlin from the Schlieffen side row.
Yep.
That's not looking very healthy for AAO right now.
Right.
So now they have to turn their Bourgogne, Henry, Daring, Shimmer back in, try and run down this Minotaur and Gearing somehow, and maybe get... But they have to push it into a Moskva and a Montana to do this?
I mean, what other chance do you have? You know, you never look at how little damage Demo took in that Moskva.
Well, Montana just took a chunk, but the Henry took an even bigger one, so it's fine.
There goes the Henri. Almost team killed.
AAO just don't have the position to do anything right now.
They've absolutely just been pushed off the board. And, there's something to say about being reactionary and, you give ground and trade HP to do that. But they really gave ground and didn't trade HP. They lost HP in the process, so they're kind of stuck. Nice hit from the Kremlin, looked like.
Again, it comes back to this Haragumo on the 10 line. Like, you needed something that could muscle over there. If you're committing that hard on that side, you need to be able to muscle forward, and Haragumo was just not doing that. Like, if you want to run an HE spammer on that flank, like Colbert exists, Worcester exists, there are several options.
Yep.
Not sure if Haragumo is one. Like, sure, it has torpedoes, I guess. You might get lucky with that, but you can't rely on torpedoes. They're just, like, a bonus.
I like the idea behind, all right, we're just going to kill whatever destroyer we spot, but at the same time, you know that a destroyer is going to be,
with a
cruiser. Yeah, exactly. So the two of them are going to work together as a team, and then, yeah, I don't know. Well, they tried it.
They did. But the thing is, as well, they spent the Haragumo slot. They still had a second slot for a Des Moines. You could have just swapped out the Shimmer for a Des Moines or something, unless Des Moines was banned, in which case Salem or Worcester, I don't know.
Banned ships were Des Moines and Worcester.
Oh, well, yeah, never mind then, yeah. Fair enough then.
So, yeah.
So Minotaur.
Minotaur it is.
Well, the gun goes down, and this is just a crushing defeat.
It is absolutely a crushing defeat. MOYAI winning this 2-0. I think the first game was more competitive. This one was very, very decided by some really good gearing torpedoes. Nine seconds.
Well, I think the Moscow's gonna die, don't worry.
Well, a time extension would be great. There it is, okay. Doesn't matter.
You get your death pick.
Congratulations. Yes, with torpedoes alongside, and the Schlieffin too, so that's fun.
A nice little brawl pick. Nice.
Oh, yes.
Well, congratulations to MOYAI taking that series 2-0 and advancing on tomorrow. Zath, do you want to go check if the other series exists?
No, I was already asking. That's one thing that I like to do is if I think it's going to go 2-0, I already start looking. And they had just finished and went 2-0 as well. So we are donezo.